Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure, we cater for everyone, from top sporting athletes to relaxed casual sporting individuals and everyone in between. We also provide a large range of teamwear services and cater for schools and clubs. Orders can be customised to your specification to suit your individual needs. From clothing to equipment, we've got you covered.
Welcome to the Inishowen Gateway Hotel, your gateway to comfort, your gateway to adventure. Nestled on the shores of Lisfannon Beach in Cranncha, with stunning views of Lough Swilly, we're the perfect base for exploring Donegal and the Wild Atlantic Way. Relax in our leisure centre with pool, steam room and sauna, indulge at the Seagrass Wellbeing Centre, or enjoy delicious dining with a view in our Swilly Suite. For a family break, a wellness escape or an active getaway, discover the Inishowen Gateway Hotel, where relaxation and adventure meet.
Good evening. You're very welcome to the Donegal GA Centre here at Convoy tonight for the intermediate reserve football final between Cranncha and Burt. It's a game that's been delayed since last week. Pitches were unplayable last week in the aftermath of Storm Amy, so the game has been rescheduled for tonight, and we're just 3 minutes from around the vein here, according to Fergus McGee, who's on the speech. I'm Damien Dowds, the commentator from Burt, and I'm joined here tonight by Gary Duffy. Gary is the Cranncha senior manager, and he knows this Cranncha intermediate reserve squad inside out. Gary, we're looking forward to a good game here between the local rivals.
Look, Cranncha and Burt always fires up real good, hard contested games. Both of them played each other early in the championship, and it was a very tightly contested first half from what I've seen. I know Cranncha pulled away certainly in the second half, but I have no doubt Kevin Glenn will have his troops fired up for that this evening, Damien.
Yeah, that's it. Look, that is the group stage of the championship. Cranncha finished pretty high in the group stage and they got into the top 8. Burt were a little bit lower down, but both sides have managed to get their way through here and got themselves into the final. It's been a couple of weeks since the final. I think Burt might have beaten Niamh Murrah, I think, in the semi-final on the way through. And who did Cranncha account for on the way through in the semi-final on their side?
Cranncha overcame Niamh Clumba, who went on and won the senior or the intermediate championship for that. But look, both teams too are well matched. They know each other. They go to the same schools. There are a number of senior players from both that played a wee bit of senior, the likes of Darragh McColgan and his father Aidan McColgan would have been long-term prospects with Cranncha seniors and got involved in football there. So equally with Burt, when you see players coming through, Christy McDermott, I see stands out note that has great experience for both teams. So we're expecting a real tight match here this evening,
yeah, and there's a good wee crowd having gathered here in the Donegal GA Centre. So we'll just go through the Burt team here. In goals is Charlie Lavery. The full back line is Kieran McColgan, Rory McDade and Kevin Kern. The half back line is Callum Porter, better known as Bobby, named after his grandfather for that. Aidan McKinney, centre half back. Shimmy O'Donnell, one of the veterans of the team, is at left half back. At midfield it is Sean O'Donnell and Christy McDermott. The half forward line is Ryan McDade, Fake Regill and Kieran Porter, and then the full forward line is Owen McDade is in top of the right. Kieran Bradley is the centre full forward, and there's one change on the Burt team that was announced a fortnight ago. Oshin Kerr, wearing number 21, will replace Aaron Doherty-Clark in the full forward line for Burt. Noel McLean is doing the Around the Vein, so we'll take a little break for Around the Vein. We've got the Score senior solo singing champion here to sing Around the Vein. He's belted it out once today already in O'Donnell Park in Letterkenny for the junior final, and we'll just give best order to the house now for Around the Vein.
When cheering off in trail and off the against the Varna will the Galarkin Hun Bas no still the Gandhi Scrick we lawa na be lair Sholif Canny or on the Vein.
So full of us for Around the Vein here, and just when we still have you there, we have the Cranncha team. We'll just go through that before the throw-in, which is only a few moments away. We've got Harry Doherty in goals, Conor Grant, Jamie Friel and Pádraig McGonigal are in the full back line. The half-back line has James Doherty coming in at 24 with David Carey and Sean Daly at centre and left half-back respectively. Midfield, Sean Masterson is wearing number 22. That's not Sean, the Buncrana legend. That's a different Sean Masterson altogether. And Oran O'Brien Daly will join him at centre field. The half-forward line, there's also a change there. Liam Jordan is in wearing number 25. He's got Adrian McColgan and Adrian Doherty on the half-forward line along with him. And then the full-forward line, Big Kevin Tracy's wearing number 30 at full-forward. Jeremy Walsh will wear 14, will play at top of the right. And Darragh McColgan, who's the son of the centre half-forward in Adrian, he will be in the other corner. So we are just ready for the referee here, Cathal Gallagher from the Glan Shuley, to throw in the ball, and the game will be underway. This final delayed a week, and it's just underway here under the lights at Convoy, and it's Burt winning the throw in with Kieran Bradley winning the throw in, laying it off to Sean O'Donnell. And it's gone over there now to Kieran Porter. And Burt are trying to work a scoring opportunity at the early stage here. There's no one inside the 20-metre line at all here. Porter worked themselves into the corner. Porter's trying to work it back out around, and it's coming out through his cousin Bobby Porter, and has moved right back to centre field. They're going to try and change the point of the attack here now with Sean O'Donnell looking for options. Lays it off to Bobby, and we've got Seamie O'Donnell making the break to go inside the 45, but he's going to have to turn back, and it's Kieran Bradley. And the Burt boys all getting their hands on the ball in the early stages. This really is a perfect night for football here at the Centre for Excellence here in Convoy. The lights are shining bright, and we've brought a big crowd in. And Burt are going to hold possession and keep holding possession as they look to get shot. Buncrana are very patient in the defence, but Seamie O'Donnell, he slips away from his man, lays it off to Faker Gill. Gill is coming in just outside the big arc. He's shaping up for a shot, but doesn't. He declines to take it. So it's now with Callum Porter into Rory McDade, not Rory McDade, that's Ryan McDade, the older brother. And it's back out to Seamie O'Donnell. Seamie O'Donnell now puts the ball across the square where it goes to Callum Porter. Callum Porter takes a look over his shoulder. He throws his boot out with his left foot, and he has, as might be expected with his left foot, he's put that one wide.
Yeah, look, a lot of play. I've counted, you had 12 Burt players probably in action there. We're getting hands on the ball for earlier on. Buncrana hasn't touched the ball yet. So look, at getting the early ball on it, leaves it paved way, builds up a confidence. That's what you want when you go into the final. Delighted to see this senior B final or intermediate B final come with the crowd here from both clubs.
So a huge kick out there from Harry Doherty, the very experienced Buncrana goalkeeper, and it's been picked up by Oran O'Brien Daly. His ball in though has been cut out there by the cornerback Kevin Kern. Kern is going to work the ball across, and Burt now are coming out beyond their own 45 with Christopher McDermott, probably the most decorated player in the squad. He lays the ball off to Kieran Bradley. Or it's to Kevin Kern actually now. Callum Porter's looking for his option ahead. He's got Ryan halfway. Ryan McDade is there. He's looking. He doesn't have too many men in front of them. Buncrana have 6-7 men inside their 20-metre line here. There must be spare Burt men out along the 45, which they're kind of daring them to have a pop from out there, figuring that it's going to be very hard to land one on target from there. It's laid off to Faker Gill. Faker Gill skies the ball, but it's going to drop in the corner there on top of Oisin Carey. Gets caught up in the lights, and he has the ball taken off there by Jamie Friel. Jamie Friel manages to break that ball away. Buncrana are going to get the free out there. It's over the line, or it's a free out. I'd say it's probably a free. And Buncrana are going to try and get their hands on the ball for a period of time here, if they can see if they can build something from this here now.
That was two tacks maybe wasteful for Burt, I believe. I mean that they took them on where there were players creating a wee bit of movement inside. If they had been a wee bit more patient, they could have got on the end of that. Faker Gill just
bit of a pot shot from out of the arc, now. So it's Darragh McColgan showing some pace, and he's surging forward here. He gets a good tackle on there by Sean O'Donnell. Sean O'Donnell has turned him over, and Sean O'Donnell now has laid the ball off to Kieran Bradley. Kieran Bradley lays it back to O'Donnell, and now it's a 1-2 with Christy McDermott. McDermott's going to have Aidan McKinney free here on the other side, but he goes back, turns the other way, and it's back to the midfielder Sean O'Donnell again. So it's still to register the opening score. 4 minutes in, Christopher McDermott plays the ball into the corner. It's well taken in there by Kieran Porter. It goes to Bradley. Bradley has a shot, but it's a weak shot straight at Harry Doherty, and Harry Doherty is an easy catch for him to make a Buncrana try to build again, Gary.
Yeah, look, Harry Doherty's an excellent goalkeeper, and he could deal with him shots all day long. He played with Cockle, Celtic, up with Donegal senior team for a while, and made a commitment back to the GA and got on this development team. So he really is a platform what Buncrana's about this evening, and you've seen his kickouts already. So look, I think a wee bit of nerves with both teams at the minute. A lot of good turnovers from Burt.
So Jeremy Walsh there, he just can't quite take the ball, and it's with Kieran Porter. Porter has the ball now, soloing off his left foot. He's coming down inside the 20-metre line, just at the edge of the arc. He's going to need some support out there, but he's been very well marshalled, very well tackled, and he's been turned over. That's great defend by Buncrana, who've turned the ball over, and they're working the ball out now through David Carey. Carey has laid it off, and Porter chasing, trying to get their hands on the ball.
David Carey and Kieran Porter turned over 2 good balls in defence for both sides.
So Adrian Doherty plays a long ball in, but Sean O'Donnell's having a very good opening for this game for Burton. He's cut that out again. So these long passes into the attack, like, you know, at this reserve level, probably aren't just quite finding their mark, finding their man in there. So it's Oisín Kerr. Oisín Kerr tries to scurry away from 2 things, but they've got Kieran Bradley free out in their right. He's going to not take the opportunity to have a shot this time. Gill's out on the edge of the big arc. He's put that in. It's just going to drop to the right of the posts, and that's Burt's second wide, and we're about 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes or so on the clock.
5.5 minutes, Damien, and Buncrana no shots on. Burt had 3 shots at the target. I know 2 have gone wide, and it's a very nervy exchange, I think, from both teams at the minute, but Burt slight advantage.
They've settled probably a wee bit better. They've managed to get their hands on the ball that wee bit more just now. So Harry Doherty here has the ball on the 20-metre line. He's looking for options. He's trying to put the ball out to the right. There's a couple of big men out there, but it's won, and the break is won by Buncrana. Buncrana have taken that break, and it's on now to Adrian McColgan. Adrian McColgan is trying to solo through. He's gone inside the arc. He's turned inside Sean O'Donnell. Sean O'Donnell's fallen. Seamie O'Donnell is going back. Seamie O'Donnell takes him out for it. There's going to be a free awarded there by Cahill Gallagher, the referee, the man in red here tonight, the Glenswilly man. He's given a free in. I don't think he's going to give anything more than that. 80 got away. Sean slipped in.
Worked hard and he slipped in. I think it was a free, but I don't think anything else. 80 got fouled. His son Dara, I think, will kick this one.
So long conversation between Cahill Gallagher and the Burt defender Seamie O'Donnell there. That's probably a tick, but not a yellow card. And it's Dara, 80's son, who's going to stand over the free and going to open the score, no doubt. 7 minutes almost gone in the first half of the game, and it is Darren McColgan with a 13-metre free, simplest of tasks, and he makes no mistake obviously from that close range, and that's the opening score. Buncrana lead by a point to no score. Their
first point, the first attack, it was good to see Dara, for a Buncrana perspective, getting an early ball, and when he gets an early free, it helps Dara's confidence to go through.
It's alright, Gary, you're allowed to be biased tonight, sir.
That's good.
So we have Charlie Lavery here now standing over the kick out. This is his first kick out. Let's see what he can do. Can he find any of the Burt men further out the field? So Lavery plays the ball out here underneath the stand. Christy McDermott breaks the ball, doesn't quite manage to keep it in play, and it's David Carey again. David Carey is going to have the sideline kick, but he's laid it off to Darren McColgan. He's the dead ball specialist, Gary.
Sure is, but I don't think it's out of his range a bit.
So that's it. They're looking the ball. They're looking to get it in there to big Kevin Tracy. It's a tactic that many Buncrana teams have used when they have Tracy in the end of the square, but the ball has been turned over. Burt have got the free out there. It's O'Donnell again. Sean O'Donnell, he's having a storming opening to this game, and it's down now to Bobby Porter. Bobby Porter plays the ball into Sean O'Donnell, lays it off Christy McDermott. McDermott's going to be looking for options inside. He plays the ball out to the left, and it's with the centre half back there, Aidan McKinney. So McKinney, he's looking back, and it's back to Faker Gill. Gill's had a couple of pops at the post, but he decides not to have one on this occasion, and he's going to be looking now to lay off the pass. Gill and McKinney out underneath the far sideline there, and it's back with Sean O'Donnell again. No Burt men inside the 20-metre line. Everyone's outside. They're going to try and run it through here. It's laid off here to Christy McDermott, and that's another wide. That's Burt's third wide of the first half here.
I think, Damien, to be fair, the Burt came out, there were nobody inside, no options on. Cricket, no other choice. Chris McDermott, Cricket, no other choice but to go for a shot. If you're going to get players at this level, you need to get inside and have a bit of movement to test Buncrana. Buncrana were well set up, but Burt allowed them to do that.
That's it, yeah. They're not stretching the Buncrana defence, they're staying out A little bit further, but a long kick out again from Harry Doherty. It's taken down there. Burt managed to get the break. The big man in there, Masterson, the ball broke off him now, and the ball has been turned over. And it is with Liam Jordan. Jordan has given it out to O'Brien Daly. And then another pass into the corner there to, I guess, into Tracy is that, and didn't quite make him now. So it's Kieran Porter. Porter throws his left boot at it, and the ball is out over the sideline, line ball for Buncrana.
And to be fair to Burt, they're in their full back line, they're getting out in front of their men when the ball's been kicked in. That's 3 I've counted that Burt has already turned over when the ball been kicked in. So they're doing really well on the defensive side of things.
Yeah, they've done, and they've opened quite well there. I'm sure that's, I think that's
and
Rory,
once again cut across.
So that long ball into the Buncrana full forward line isn't quite coming off there for Buncrana as yet, and that is Owen McDade that's actually playing, and he's wearing 13, but he's in the corner back, and he's done well. Corner back, corner forward, doesn't matter to the on fella. He'll take a hand at it anywhere, throw his hand at it. Okay, long ball in, bounces off Oisín Kerr, but it comes back to Callum Porter, and it's back now to Kieran McColgan. A lot of these players will be featuring for Burt in the under-21B championship, and it throws in a couple of weeks' time. Buncrana too, no doubt, will have a good number of players for their under-21 campaign, and they're playing in the A championship. So Burt are exchanging passes over here. Ryan McDade, he has a shot at the post, and it's another wide from Burt, a fourth wide of this opening and a half. You have to say, Gary, a lot of the, as they would say, the shot selection here wouldn't be the May West.
It wouldn't be the May West, the shot selection, but they're all coming from beyond the 30 metres. Burt are not getting men inside. If they get the men inside, they'll create opportunities, because they are holding the ball very well, and their decision making with the long shots off is costing them.
So the long kick out, that's Adrian Doherty now, the veteran of Buncrana as well, played senior with him for many years. He's onto it quick. He lays it off and exchanges passes over there with Jeremy Walsh. Now Buncrana are going to have men, runners coming through. They've managed to put the ball through to Jeremy Walsh. He's through. Can he put the ball across the back of the square? And he's looking for Big Tracy there. But Tracy managed to get his fist to it, but he's not able to direct it towards the goal. And Burt are on the break again now, and it's Faker Gill. Faker Gill is looking for options inside. Oisín Kerr now is having a good tussle there with Jamie Friel, and he's looking for it. He's not going to shoot from there. He's pulled down, and it's a free there just inside the arc there. Now it's a long way out over there. It must be 38 yards out there.
And he was actually the nearest man inside, Damien, as well. It's back to my point that Burt are not getting the players inside. The Burt management is adamant down there here, Kevin Glenn, talking him to get the movement inside. If a player get inside, it'll open a lot up. But it's free that'll probably.
It's a difficult free for Oisín Kerr. Like, you know, now he does have in his locker. He was excellent in last year's intermediate reserve final. He carried the main scoring threat for Burt in their intermediate reserve final defeat to Termon in last year's decider. They're back here for the second year in a row, and I think it's about 10 years since Buncrana last one. That looks like a pretty good kick from Oisín Kerr, but it's just dropped to the left and wide, a fifth wide for Burt in this opening period of time. You've got to think 12 minutes in that all those wides are they're mounting up, and they're going to prove costly in the final analysis.
Yeah, for the amount of tax that they have, then not to have a score on it at the end of the 5 wides, it does, when it comes into the crunch of the game, you could end up wooing those.
So Harry Doherty looks for the Adrian McColgan free here on the 65 metre line, just underneath the stand here. Adrian McColgan now is looking for options, and he manages to find David Carey. David Carey rides the challenge there from Sean O'Donnell, and he's soloing through now. Sean O'Donnell is coming back, tracking back, and he lays it back to Darren McColgan. McColgan now plays the ball wide over there to Adrian Doherty. Adrian Doherty is looking for Jeremy Walsh inside. Walsh has got away from his man in there, and it's back to Adrian Doherty. And Adrian Doherty has struck the ball wide. He has his head in his hands there. That's Buncrana's first wide, but they kind of opened them up a bit there, and that's it was a good effort from Adrian Doherty. He's lucky not just to get it on target.
Yeah, it was the first time Jeremy Walsh beat his man there, and when he got on the ball, Adrian Doherty came after it, and he's got that senior experience to do that. We see signs of that with Seamus O'Donnell, who also played senior for Burt, and Craigie McDermott, who gets on after they kick the ball, and you see the difference in senior players. They're able to do that.
So Buncrana win the break there off the kick out now. It's Adrian McColgan. Adrian McColgan is soloing through. He's gone inside the big arc. He's gone inside the small arc, and he's got the second point. So that's the two McColgans. Dara and now the Da. Adrian, he's managed to get the score, second score of the game for Buncrana, and it's 2 points to no score.
Father and son combination there was good turnover from the kick out. We Buncrana's backed up and straight down the middle, and the Leva channels opening. Adrian McColgan's pace at 47 years of age. Probably one of the fastest men on the team.
That man should be way to the World Athletics Championships with pace like that at that age, the Masters Championships, because he really has this. The years haven't dimmed his pace. It was always a big part of Eddie's game, and he still has it going there. But Burt have the ball turned over now. Ryan halfway. Ryan McDade. He is soloing through. He's laid the ball off to Callum Porter. Callum spins into the tackle. He's going to get the free there. The tackler from Conor Grant just a wee bit too robust. Referee Cathal Gallagher says now Burt are having a free here, but it's a couple of metres outside the 45-metre line. I'm going to make a mad guess here and say they don't have a free taker. It's going to be able to nail that, so they're going to have to try and work a score off.
Charles Lafferty coming up to
Lavery is coming up, to have a wee look at it. So Charlie Lavery, the Burt goalkeeper, might make a liar of me now when I say we've nobody there to knock the ball over from that type of range.
Well, he was getting him in around the midfield area, and with his kickouts, it's going to have the distance, but his accuracy is key, Damien, here.
Yeah, so you're looking here at a kick here of 52 metres. Doesn't quite catch it. Goes in now. It's Oisín Kerr's in there, and it's broken now to Christy McDermott. Christy McDermott throws his left boot at it. Harry Harbour takes it underneath the post inside the big square, and he's released the ball out now to young Pádraig McGonigal. That's the son of the Buncrana manager, Paul McGonigal. Paul McGonigal's down on the line there with Buncrana, a former Donegal player, former Donegal coach as well, and also on the line with him down there is the 2012 All-Ireland winner Ryan Bradley, back from the Middle East. He's now involved with coaching this team, playing with the seniors, coaching the reserve team. There's a shot comes in there from the right from Buncrana, but that has tailed off to the wide. An ambitious effort from out in that right corner.
Look, I think the idea was there to find Kevin Tracy. You need that ball to go on and float in the air for Kevin Tracy to get on the end of it. I know the early one they didn't execute, but the ball needs to get in high to Kevin to clean it out. Buncrana seems to be dominating the kickouts here.
They've got well now on the kickouts, and that was Sean Daly winning the break from that kickout. Now Adrian Doherty souls right left, it leaves it off to Jeremy Walsh, and on the loop Jeremy Walsh has got his first score of the game. Is there isn't a Kerry man, you're telling me?
An All-Ireland Intermediate winner with Carsavine and County Kerry under the guidance of the current Kerry manager Jack O'Connor when he won it back a number of years ago. I just wish that he came to Buncrana a lot younger.
Well, he's there now, and he's got his first point of this intermediate reserve final. So Buncrana far more efficient in front of the post than Burt, and they lead by 3 points to no score here. Charlie Lavery's kick out screws off his foot. It breaks. It's going to break kindly for the Burt defence though, and Kevin Kern is trying to find a way out, but there's a Buncrana wing back there. Sean Daly is down. I didn't see what happened there. Did he get a blow to the head a wee bit?
I think he just had a tackle. I didn't exactly see it, Damien. But we're going back to has Buncrana a wee bit of dominance there. It's on the kickouts. They seem to be getting a foothold of the opposition kickouts, and they're really set up and press. That's really forcing Charles to kick it long, and they're getting bodies in around it. That's turned them over. They've got two opportunities down the middle with the long kickouts, and that's something that Burt would need a wee bit more movement in their kickouts if they want to overcome what Buncrana's press.
Some quite tall men there at centre field for Buncrana there. That's Sean Masterson and Oran O'Brien Daly are very tall men, and James Doherty as well there at wing back isn't
Sean Masterson is a former London Irish player and had 19 caps for London Irish in the rugby. And
you should bring in the rugby men and everything now, Duffy. Holy Jesus.
You see a lot of love here in this country.
So short free kick now from Aidan McKinney to Shamie O'Donnell. They exchange passes, and it's laid off here now to Kevin Kern. Kevin Kern has been lined up there, takes his shoulder to the chest. The advantage being allowed there, but it's not going to be needed by Burt. So Kern, he continues on. He has it into Christopher McDermott. Burt have players inside the 20-metre line this time for the first time. Christopher McDermott is looking right, looking left. It's back to Kern. Kern doesn't really have the shot on him. It's back out to Kerr. It's over now to Aidan McKinney, to Callum Porter. They're just being kept outside of that arc, and they're finding it very hard to penetrate into that, and that's why they've been taking these pot shots from distance. Buncrana's defence is well set up. There's certain players being individually marked, but Buncrana now are trotting across to the right to defend their right side of their defence. And Burt are they're holding a lot of possession here, but can they create a viable scoring opportunity off it is the question now. So Christopher McDermott, he lays the ball off to Shamie O'Donnell. Shamie O'Donnell has man outside him, and it's coming through. They slip the ball outside again, and there's a shot there, and Kieran Bradley gets a finish. He just side puts the ball past Harry Harbour soccer style, and that's opening score for Burt, and we're what are we? We're 19 minutes in, and after all those opportunities for points that they didn't take, they've managed to get a goal as their first score to game. The game's level.
A brilliant goal, brilliant soccer style goal. The ball placed along the ground. Harry had no chance. Kieran stuck a foot on it. As well played. I commend as a Seamus O'Donnell did really good movements up there to get in to break the lines. And when Burt runs at Buncrana, they could cause problems. And
now Buncrana have moved the ball swiftly to the other end, having won the kick out. It's with Darren McColgan there. Darren McColgan is moving outside of the arc there, and he is when he has Kieran McColgan, who'll be a far right relation of his,
Liam Jordan,
for company, and Buncrana have a shot through Liam Jordan, but Liam Jordan's shot drifts to the right and wide. The sides are tied, 20 minutes in, 1 goal for Burt, 3 points Buncrana.
Look, you couldn't see that goal coming because Buncrana was well set up, but it was a brilliant pass and a lot of hard running by some of the Burt experienced players that opened up the defence a bit, and Kieran Porter got on the end of it.
And it shows you as well, Gary, what can be achieved when you have players that are inside that 20 metre line, like rather having them all outside the way it's been so far. But Buncrana have won yet another possession off the Burt kick out, or haven't been able to kind of get their hands on their own kick out, and referee Cathal Gallagher has awarded a free in for over robust tackling there from the Burt fellas. So it's just beyond the arc. I see Harry Doherty has wandered out.
Yeah, and Kevin Tracy and Sean Daly all wanting to take it, but Kevin, I think, got the senior authority there over it, and he said to Sean Daly that he'll have a go at it. So both Sean and Kevin, brilliant kickers from that distance. So Kevin will get this one, no doubt. If he misses, Sean Daly will be looking to take the next one. So
Tracy with the 2-point free attempt, and that has dropped just to the right of the point of the post and wide, so that was a 2-point effort.
I believe there's a bit of confusion around Buncrana there. Darren McColgan thinking about it, Kevin Tracy came out and took it, Harry Doherty was coming up, and also Sean Daly. So they need to decide who is going to be our kickers in these positions and take him.
So Charlie Lavery with a long kick out again. It comes out as far, and another break won by the large, but the big men in midfield for Buncrana. Now Aidan McKenna goes and hooks the ball forward. Now it's into Christy McDermott's just on the 45. He's looking for the pass inside. It goes to Kieran Porter. He holds the ball under the challenge from Pádraig McGonigal. The ball's in again inside. There's a heavy tackle there on the Burt players, and a solo and go is taken by Oisín Kerr, but it's been called back by the referee. I don't think you're allowed to take a solo and go area inside the 20 metre line.
I don't know, but he didn't take it from the right position first, and I think that was the reason why he called him back, because the ball did skip by about 30 or about 3 metres away from where the incident has happened, and it called them back.
So it is a free. So I think Kerr won the free, and now the referee is just pointing to him exact spot that he wants to take it from. Don't be stealing any yards, Oisín, he's telling them. And Oisín Kerr stands over this free just on the 20 metre line, just outside the small D with his right foot. He clips it over the bar, and that is the lead for Burt with just 22 minutes gone. That's young Oisín Kerr's first score of this intermediate reserve final for 2025.
And to be fair to Oisín, he seems to be busy out there today. You know, he wasn't named on the starting team, but you see the reason why management select him. He's looking for the ball, he wants to get on the ball, and I think he could be their go-to forward for Burt.
So good kick out from Harry Harbour there, but it's broken by the Burt fellas there now, and it's Kieran Porter. He lays it into Christy McDermott, or it's Faker Gill there with his left foot. Faker is going to drop that one short. It's going to be taken there, an easy take. Harry has the time to let it bounce because there's no attackers inside that area there for him. So now we're on the move again. Buncrana have Liam Jordan on possession, and he is being shadowed and shepherded there by Rory McDade. Now Rory McDade tries to stay with him, and then Faker Gill just doesn't step out of his way. There's going to be someone spoken to here. I think at the end up, Jordan went down after running into Faker Gill, but it's Rory McDade who's been spoken to here by the referee for some of the tackling that might have went on before that. And Cathal Gallagher, he's a brother of Big Neil, won the All-Ireland back in 2012. He issues a yellow card to the Burt fullback Rory McDade. So just while I'm making notes here, the ball has moved onside and it's gone, and Buncrana are through again, and they just had a short shot. They dropped it short into the midriff of
poor execution. Burt
were pass across the square. He don't ever cross the ball.
And could have been paid the price for it, because when the free was given, they did not set up and they left him free. Liam Jordan had a clear shot on it.
No free, says the referee. Darren McColgan manages to pick that ball up. He's spinning around, but there's Burt men all around, but he's held possession. He's done really, really well there. and the ball has come out and is broken out as a Buncrana ball.
It was superb man-to-man defending or number defending against Darren McColgan. They know Darren McColgan's a Buncrana's danger man, and they put their bodies around him to cut it out. And
now
once
the
again,
crossfield
Burt
pass doesn't come
kicks.
off there now. It's Faker Gill. Faker Gill has got men in front of him, and it's going to be Ashencare out in front of his man. Takes the ball well on his chest. He's got Kieran Bradley coming off the shoulder. Doesn't give the pass. He's looking across the 45. He's got Callum Porter behind him. He's going to keep going. He's going to have to let the ball back. He lets the ball back to Callum Porter. Porter has his cousin Kieran Bradley inside the big D. They laid off to Christie. Christie's good off right and left. He looks one way, he looks the other. He puts a hospital pass into Sean O'Donnell, and the Buncrana defence turn it over. And Aidy McColgan now is going to win the free for that. And there's a free out. And Sean O'Donnell is, I think it's him, is it? Who is that? That's down? Kieran Bradley, actually, that's down maybe. Just holding his ankle, the goal scorer. Referee says play on. So Aidy McColgan. No, a little bit of confusion here. So,
and I believe again, Burt is really congesting the area. Letting Buncrana to come on, not putting men deep inside, and it's allowing turnovers where you had them hard runners where they got to go from. If you seen more of that, there'll certainly be a point or two more ahead.
Yeah. So Bradley's looking a bit sore of himself there as the game. No, the referee isn't going to let the game restart. They're just going to give the man a few moments to try and recover. He'll be lying on the edge of the square now. If he can mark the ground here, can't quite mark the ground. So Harry Doherty is come on out, and I think Bradley has to make his way off because the mentor came on to have a wee word with him with the magic water bottle. So
Kevin's doing physio and managing.
That's it.
So Harry Doherty can't touch that ball.
Well, you can't pass it back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
You can't pass back to the goalkeeper.
That is a schoolboy error. And it was made by Buncrana Connor Grant. They should know better not to pass that ball back to Harry Doherty. It gives Burt another scoring opportunity.
Is it not a 13-metre free? What is the penalty for that breach?
13-metre free
so
on the spot.
Yeah, you can't pass it back to the. Can't pass back to the goalkeeper under the FRC rules that were all voted through like a good, I don't know, what would you call it? Maybe it's like kind of a Russian election result there last week. Everything went through in 93%.
I think it should just allow a wee bit more time. We didn't have to rush them through. I know they want them for January, but we could go through another league and make a decision there. And that's Baker Gill's first score of the day off the free.
So while myself and Duffy have been commenting on the FRC rules, Faker Gill has put over another point from a free for Burt, and they lead now by 1-2 to 3 points after that breach from the pass back to the goalkeeper. Now Harry Doherty looks for his options. He puts the ball long, comes out to centre field. They're looking for Masterson. Young McKinney gets up quite well from there but doesn't manage to win. Now it's going to be a free in for Buncrana just on the 65-metre line.
Despite Buncrana's dominance in the middle and the challenging of it, they're not putting it into scores that we thought they were going to do, and you have to give Burt credit because they're really going on hard with the tackling and stopping all that.
Trying to stop them at source as best as they can, but Buncrana are able to create some chances. That's really good tackling there from the Burt cornerback Owen McDade, and he has managed to get a sideline ball. He's taking the ball off Jeremy Walsh now. It is Christy McDermott plays the ball across to Ryan halfway. Halfway has got Callum Porter outside to his right. Aidy McColgan doesn't know which one to cover. He covers Porter. Now it's Faker Gill. Faker Gill is soloing off his left, puts the ball ahead of Porter. Porter gets the fist through, puts it to Kieran Bradley. Kieran Bradley throws his left boot at it, and it's a sixth wide of this first half.
That was a snapshot there by Kieran Bradley. He's the goal scorer, and he's still carrying that ankle where he could have laid that ball off, and Burt would have got a score. And that's sometimes when you have intermediate B, players tend to do that to keep themselves in the scores, but certainly there are definitely options there for Kieran.
So Harry Doherty is looking for options here. He has Pádraig McGonigal free in the corner, but he's going to go and play the ball out towards the centre field again. They're looking for the big man out there. There's a good clash of bodies there in the centre. Buncrana have come away with the break there. It's the centre half back, David Carey. David Carey is holding on to the ball, but he's been done for overcarrying. And it's Shimmy O'Donnell with his solo and go. He lays the ball into Kirsty McDade. Kirsty McDermott, he takes it and rides the tackle, puts it into Ashencare. Ashencare has got 1, 2, 3 men sandwich him, bring him down. It's going to be another free in, and it's Burt, who for the first 20 minutes of the game didn't really punch or penetrate into that. As they start running that Buncrana defence, they're starting to be able to draw some frees here, Gary.
And when they do that, and Oisin Kerr again, I said, like, he's certainly their go-to man. But you give again the veteran Shimmy O'Donnell, the other players here, he made sure to get involved under his kick out and really put a lot of pressure on David Carey to turn that ball over, and the tap and go, which is a lovely rule out of the FRC, and see it working. And again, Oisin Kerr at the end of it. And Oisin Kerr, to me, being one of the busiest players in the forward lines.
He's very lively in there, and when he plays in that advanced position, he does really well. Now Fake Regill has the chance to put Burt 3 points ahead, and he takes that there. So it's a free for Fake Regill. That's his second of the night. 1-3 to 3 points, and we're just about 3 minutes or so here away from the half-time whistle. 2 minutes maybe. Harry Doherty's looking for the options out here. Can he find man in the green, white and yellow jersey? It goes up, long ball, now again it's going to break. It's broken there to Jamie Friel. Friel has it, he's very close to the sideline, plays the ball back inside his own 45, and that is with Sean Daly there. Now they're keeping it very close to that thing, but they've moved it across the centre, which is where it needs to go. It's Conor Grant moves out again towards that right sideline. He has Jamie Friel in front of him as well, and eventually makes his way there through the hands of David Carey, and it's back again with Carey, the centre half back. He is looking for the kick pass inside. There's a good tussle going on in there, and there is going to be Dara McColgan, is it? I think that's going to get on to that. He's got Kyra McColgan for close company there, and it's laid back to Oran O'Brien Daly. Back out now. Burt have got their numbers back here. Now can Buncrana create a scoring opportunity out of this? Aidy McColgan's on the outside. There's going to be 2 minutes of injury time. The sideline officials tell us here.
2 minutes of additional time at the end of normal time in the first half.
2 minutes of injury time at the end of this first half of the Intermediate Reserve Football Championship to be played here now, and it is Buncrana holding possession comfortably outside the Burt 45, and it's with Sean Daly. Daly's one of the good kickers for Buncrana. And it's laid back again to Kerry. Out to Adrian Doherty, I think it is, with Daly again. Burt have just shadowing their men. They're trying to prevent them from getting the shot off outside of the arc in that area. There's a big switch on here if they see Aidy McColgan over on the left wing.
And Kevin Tracy shouting for him, crying for the long high ball and the one last go of it before the half.
That's absolutely it. Yeah, look, it's a well-worn tactic by Buncrana. Get the ball into Big Tracy in the end of the square there. He does have a height and strength advantage over the fullback that's sitting on him there at the moment. Now it's with Adrian Doherty. Adrian Doherty's just going to slip the ball outside. He slipped the ball outside. And that's the score from... Was it Sean Masterson got that or James Doherty?
Liam Jordan.
It was Liam Jordan. None of the two that I named. So Liam Jordan, he pulls a point back for Buncrana here. 1-3 to 4 points as we're in injury time at the end of the first half. Now Charlie Lavery is bringing the ball back. There'll be no huge rush to do this. Burt will be pleased, all things considered, given how profligate they've been in front of the posts, to be going in here at half time in the lead. They really should be probably further ahead given the amount of chances or pot shots that they took. Aidan McKinney's doing a lot of movement there, and the ball just comes out a little bit too high for him, but Shimmy O'Donnell is in on it. Shimmy O'Donnell manages to win the break from that kick out. He's thrown to the ground. He's thrown to the ground. I saw the Malin goalkeeper get a red card for that last week. That's a dangerous enough challenge to be doing there.
Found himself lucky he wasn't involved in a word with the referee.
So Shimmy O'Donnell now, he is looking for options out there, and he has one. Hiding over in the shadows over there is Bobby Porter. Bobby Porter is going to have to cut inside. He lays the ball back, he's brought down, and there's going to be probably one last play of this first half. They're pointing towards Charlie Lavery. Charlie Lavery's probably thinking about getting back into the dressing room, and that's very far away from the dressing room, so he has let it go. And standing over at the moment now is Oisin Kerr, and it does look to be well beyond his
and
range.
Oisin's doing a real good job of stealing a few yards, but the referee's marking his card, sending
them
back
again. It's rightly
again.
out now from the range that Oisin Kerr would have, I would suggest. And there's no breeze here. It's an absolutely perfect night for football at the centre of excellence here. They've handed the ball over there now, and I think that is with Kieran Bradley. So Burt have been pot shotting all day. They've had 6 pot shots. They've dropped 6 wide. Kieran Bradley now with the last effort of the half. That's going to drop inside the 20-metre line, but that is the last effort of the half. That's a short effort for Burt. And the score at half time here, Gary, in this Intermediate Reserve Football Championship final from the centre of excellence and convoy. It's Burt 1-3, Cranncha 4 points. Your impressions of that first half, Gary?
Well, look, the better team on that half was certainly Burt, and I know the scoreboard showing that, but it had a number of wides. Burt are doing an excellent job on the likes of Darren McColgan, who's a Cranncha go-to man. With Kevin Tracy, certainly was the tactic to get the high ball in. They have even tried that or attempt that. I could see maybe Paul and Ryan Bradley having a conversation half time. Do they continue with Kevin Tracy, or they try to run it through? Well, they did get a wee bit of joy. If you have a big man like Tracy in there, the ball's got to be kicked in. They haven't done that. They threw one or two and nothing has come out of it. Again, you have to be impressed with the likes of Shimmy O'Donnell really getting under the tackle and under the kickouts and turning ball over for Burt. That's been their linchpin to create anything good that's coming up there for Osh and Care to turn on scores.
That's it, yeah. Once Burt started to deploy some of their forwards inside the 20-metre line instead of outside the 20-metre line, they've got an awful lot of joy. They've had more room to run into there, and then when they've been able to, when they run at the Cranncha defence, they've been able to draw a couple of frees. So the teams are just going into the half-time break there. Paul McGonigal and Ryan Bradley are deep in conversation underneath the stand. William McLaughlin's having a word with the referee, Cahill Gallagher. The linesmen, everyone's going for their cup of tea, Gary. I think we might go for the cup of tea as well. We'll be back here on iStream on the Donegal GA TV stream after the half-time break in this intermediate championship final, where it currently stands Burt a goal and 3 points, Cranncha 4 points. Join us after the break. Walsh, and on the lip, Dermot Walsh. But can they create a viable scoring opportunity off it, is the question now. So Christopher McDermott, he lays the ball off to Shimmy O'Donnell. Shimmy O'Donnell has man outside him and it's coming through. They slip the ball outside again, and there's a shot there, and Kieran over this free just on the 20-metre line, just outside the small D with his right foot. He clips it over.
A bit more time. We didn't have to rush to move through. I know they want them for January, but look, we could go through another league and make a decision there. And that's Baker Gill's first shares in the forward line.
He's very lively in there, and when he plays in that advanced position, he does really well. Now Faker Gill has the chance to put Burt 3 points ahead at the moment. No, it's with Adrian Doherty. Adrian Doherty is just going to slip the ball outside. They slip the ball outside, and that's the score.
At Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure, we cater for everyone, from top sporting athletes to relaxed casual sporting individuals and everyone in between. We also provide a large range of teamwear services and cater for schools and clubs. Orders can be customised to your specification to suit your individual needs. From clothing to equipment, we've got you covered.
Welcome to the Inishowen Gateway Hotel, your gateway to comfort, your gateway to adventure. Nestled on the shores of Lisfannon Beach in Cranncha, with stunning views of Loch Swilly, we're the perfect base for exploring Donegal and the wild Atlantic Way. Relax in our leisure centre with pool, steam room and sauna, indulge at the Seagrass Wellbeing Centre, or enjoy delicious dining with a view in our Swilly Suite. For a family break, a wellness escape or an active getaway, discover the Inishowen Gateway Hotel, where relaxation and adventure meet.
And you're very welcome back to the Donegal GA Centre here in Convoy for the second half of this Intermediate Reserve Football Championship final between Cranncha and Burt. It is currently at half-time. Burt took a 1-3 to 4-point lead into the half-time break, and Cranncha have made a change here at half-time. Number 29, Eugene Allen, has come in to replace number 3, Jamie Friel. So we have Cathal Gallagher getting ready just to get the match, the second half, underway. The sides are being closely matched in that first half, but Burt just hold that 2-point lead, and it's Kieran Bradley now bursting through, having won the kick out. He plays the long ball in, it goes in there too, but it's been won by the Cranncha defender. I think it's going to get a free out. No, it's a free.
I think
that's it. I think, look, he hasn't changed around yet. The referee, it was always going to be a free out there. He just signalled it the wrong way. You probably can't do a quick solo and go when the referee signals the wrong way. So it's back in again for the wing back Sean Daly to take it, but he's left it now to Harry Doherty. So no passing back to Harry this time, lads. So Doherty with a long kick up, but it's taken there by Shimmy O'Donnell, fielded well by Shimmy O'Donnell. He's got Kieran Porter ahead of him, and inside now he's comes back, switches back into O'Donnell. O'Donnell has got Rory halfway across the 14-metre line. He takes a blow to the head. He was down, he had lost. He wasn't going to get up.
Free, I think, with Shimmy O'Donnell. I know the referee was hesitate to see was going to get back up, maybe to allow advantage, but certainly I felt it was a free for Shimmy, and I definitely will give that one to me.
So it's first attempt at the second half is coming up here. We have Charlie Lavery sprinting up from the goal, the Burt goalkeeper. He had a dab at it in the first half from a good bit further out actually, and the shot went short, so no tee for him in this one. Just cleans the studs out there, and he is standing over this.
Both teams are very indecisive on who the free kick takers are this evening, and
so Lavery catches this one a little bit better, but it's going to drop short of the square as well. The ball just breaks back out there now, and it's coming out there with Pádraig McGonigal. He's got two men battering the ball off him, can't get it off him now. Aidy McColgan is back into his own corner. Can he get the ball up the lines? Back to young McGonigal. McGonigal then has mans inside. There's screams for a breach, but there's plenty of men up in the other half. Now Adrian McColgan, he's going to chip the ball up. Oh, he goes down. No free, says the referee. Oh, he has given a free then. Although Aidan McKinney is saying
he said there's no free. I think he's allowing for the head injury to be dealt with, because Aidy went down holding his head. Aidan McCall went down holding the head. I think the referee, he's talking to Daniel Carlin, he's getting reassurance that he's made the right call. I could see it being a direct free kick for Burt.
So Daniel Carlin and Cathal Gallagher. Now there were calls for a three-man breach, not enough men forward, but when I took a quick look at it, I thought everyone was present and correct in that part of the pitch. Referee Cathal Gallagher is going to let the Burt fellas restart the ball with the ball. Kick it back to him, Bradley. Kick it back to him. You don't have to hand it back now. It's back to Kevin Curran. They try and go sharp, but they've taken from about 10 yards further in front of where it should have been now. So Kevin Curran is now looking for the pass. He puts it across to the Adrian Doherty, intercepts that. That's a poor attempt at the free across. I see who he's looking for, but it didn't come off. Now it's the centre fielder, Oran O'Brien Daly, has run into a bit of heavy traffic there, and he's put the ball out wide there to David Carey. Carey slips the ball further out again now, and it's to Eugene Allen. Eugene Allen, in his first action of the game, he has pulled the ball wide. It still remains 1-3 to 4 points.
And it is getting feisty out there. So it is the local derby. It's getting to fire up. I think there are a lot of shouting from the crowd, of hard hitting from the teams, and maybe they're coming into the level of traditional Burt and Cranncha games they mean.
That's it now. So Charlie Lavery is looking for options off his kick and tee, and he has come out here to the sideline and rolled up. No, it's going to stay, and Kirsten McDermott manages to keep it on. He tries to be pushed over the line, can't quite keep it over the line, and eventually the linesman Daniel Carlin gives the ball as a sideline kick to Cranncha. Now Cranncha has Kevin Tracy. Tracy's not in the end of the square. He's out taking the sideline ball. He puts the ball in to young Jordan, Liam Jordan. Looks for options now with Adrian McColgan. Works the ball back to Sean Masterson, and Cranncha are going to change point of their attack. Is he going to go right or left? Masterson, a couple of solos, has time on the ball. Sean Daly is running across the 45. Harry Doherty off the camera here. He's standing right out on the 65. Cranncha have their four men in. The three Burt forwards are well behind Harry Doherty, but back with the play. It's Jordan. He puts the ball out to Eugene Allen. Allen, he has a shot at the whatever it is about those posts.
Again.
The ball drops in short there. Owen McDade doesn't quite take it. The ball breaks kindly for Kevin Tracy. Tracy has managed to get the ball and work it around now for another opportunity for Buncrana here. Tracy now is outside the 2-point arc. Ball is going to drop in. Can't quite be controlled in there. It's not going to skid out for a 45. Umpire had her arms up, didn't give it.
The Burt line ball.
And it's a line ball there now, deep in the corner, and it is a difficult place to be taking a line ball from. It's Kieran McColgan on the ball with his left foot. He puts the ball straight across. Somehow manages to go. It's a bit of a sliding tackle, but he pulled out of it then. And Owen McDade now is coming towards the sideline. He needs to lay the ball off, and he does to Christy McDade. McDade rides the tackle from O'Brien Daly. Puts the ball across now to Ryan McDade. Ryan McDade is looking for options inside. The Burt boys are running with their backs to the ball inside. He's going to have to work it through the hands here. Shimmy O'Donnell is coming through the centre, but it is laid back to Rory McDade. McDade.
Again, it was a piece of play from Buncrana. Didn't capitalise on it. Eugene Allen, who's traditionally a fullback, having 2 shots on there, that really should not be a smarter. Put a shooter on the ball when you need to take your team back into the game.
And it's Oisín Kerr again now. He's up at the top of the left there. He's got those quick feet of his. He puts the ball back to Kieran Bradley, and Kieran Bradley splits the post with a probably Burt's best point of the game so far for a 1-4 to 4-point lead.
That certainly was a great score by Kieran Bradley, our goal scorer this evening. Damien, he got on the end of the ball, found a bit of space, great foot to kick it over the bar. So it really, as Burt is just chipping here, where Buncrana had their purple patch and they didn't execute it by putting the wrong players on the ball.
And said we're 6 minutes into the second half, and that's the opening score of the game now. Another long kick out from Harry. It comes out there, it breaks kindly this time for the Burt men. Both teams are probably struggling to win clean possession off that kick out, off either kick out. It's so hard now in Gaelic football, nearly all the kicks have to go long, and it's just very hard for teams to retain possession from it. Now Burt are not sure who wants to take that ball, but it is Callum Porter who takes it. It's work back again to Kieran Bradley. Kieran Bradley lays it off to Shimmy O'Donnell. And Burt are trying to make an incision in here. It's gone to Callum Porter. Porter drops the ball, and it's going to be turned over by Buncrana. Can Buncrana break? They have their 3 men in their attacking half. There's a bit of movement in there, but it's going to be carried through the hands by O'Brien Daly. And he switches now play. They're going to have to try and probably switch. Eddie McColgan is unmarked over here, and he gets the pass from the young fella. Now he has 2 men inside. He's got Tracy on the edge of the square. He can't get ready, lays the ball off to the son Dar. He puts it back to the dad to the dad, the son to the dad, and it's back now to Donald Daly. Donald Daly has an opportunity for it, and that is wide. And it's not Donald Daly, it's Sean. Donald's the dad.
Yeah.
That's second wide of this second half for Buncrana, and there's a few more subs by the looks of things getting ready to come on here for Buncrana. It looks like
David Shaw and Eugene Allen, who came on at half time, younger brother Connor, is making their way for Buncrana.
Connor Allen and
the first one is David
Shaw are both getting ready to come on here.
David Shaw, Kevin Tracy. PhD, Connie Allen, that's 23 for 14 and 13 for 30, both on the.
So Connor Allen is replacing Jeremy Walsh, and David Shaw is replacing Kevin Tracy. As Buncrana make changes to their full forward line here now. 8 minutes into the second half. Big kick out. Christy McDermott quite can't take it, but it comes and falls to Owen McDade. Owen McDade is looking for a pass. He's got good composure there and gets it away, and it's back in again. It's way back in again to Oisín Kerr. The ball is pushed out over the line by the defender.
It was a good tackle on Oisín Kerr.
That's they probably had Jamie Freel on him in the first half, did they? And now they've made that change there to try and see if they can curtail the impact of Kerr. There's a push, a pretty obvious push there just beside the scoreboard, the portable scoreboard that we have here at the Convoy Centre for Excellence, and the referee doesn't like the way the Burt boys have prevented the Buncrana men from taking that, so the ball has moved forward now. It's going to be a free from somewhere up near the 65-metre line.
It was not releasing the ball, and that's another one of them infringements that has to be dealt with. James Doherty did well on Oisín Kerr there, but
so Sean Daly's looking for options. He puts a big crossfield ball there. It's going to find the number 29 Eugene Allen's in acres of space over there. Now he carries the ball into the challenge there from Kieran McColgan, and it's gone back to Darren McColgan. McColgan's going to be looking to switch the ball. Donald Daly's free on the right here. Buncrana play this game with pretty good width, it has to be said, Gary. They always have a man free on either side there, just out around the 45.
Yeah, to be fair, they're well set up and looking for the options, and they could turn the ball back. We always have they call it quarterbacks in the modern game, Damien.
That's another shot from Daly, having taken the pass there from Darren McColgan, and he has dropped that shot wide. So them goals, Gary, are really in the first half. Burt could put the ball between the sticks, and Buncrana have 3 wides in the second half so far.
And you know, they're unforgivable wides, Damien, to be fair. You had Eugene Allenby 2 and Sean Daly was 2 there. Both of them, they should be trying to pull the team back in there, and it's only a wee bit about a composure in front of the post. They normally do kick him, Sean Daly. I fancy him every time going for it, but
so it is David Shaw there, breaks that ball. It's a sideline ball. The sideline ball has been awarded, and the sideline ball is going to be waved towards the referee. The linesman was waving it the wrong way, but all the players knew the way it meant to go. It was a Buncrana sideline ball, and it's back now with the big midfielder there, Masterson. He lays the ball out to Adrian Doherty. Back into Masterson again, the rugby ex-London Irish man. He bursts through 1 tackle, bursts through 2 tackles, is into the edge of the square. They're going to try and work it across the square. They're going for the goal chance, and there's a goal for Buncrana. There's a goal from Buncrana. Is that one of the subs, Gary? Has got the goal there for Buncrana.
That looks like it's David Shaw. They just came into the game for Kevin Tracy or Liam. Well, Buncrana's Dara.
It was 25. Got
David
it there.
Shaw.
David Shaw. Do we reckon? No, it's Liam Jordan. Liam Jordan's got the goal for Buncrana there. Liam Jordan's got the goal for Buncrana. Sorry for the confusion there. He just wouldn't turn his back to let us see what number he was wearing on the back of it. The kick out is through again. There's another chance here. Charlie Lavery has been caught on, and there's 2 goals in less than 20 seconds. 2 goals in less than 20 seconds, and Buncrana have taken complete charge here.
Man, Liam Jordan again got 2 goals. What a moment to turn around for Buncrana. They get 6 points for a game where they were fighting themselves, getting really, really in difficulty. And Liam Jordan, come with the man, come with the hour, stepped up and knocking in 2 goals in inside a minute. And it gives Buncrana the platform to push on in this senior B final. I think I'm getting a bit of the bragging rights here, Damien.
And that has turned the game on its head here. Buncrana were trailing by 3 points until they've hit 2 goals in less than 20 seconds there from Liam Jordan. He intercepted the kick out and made no mistake, got around the goalkeeper Charlie Lavery and rolled the ball into the unguarded net. Again, that's another one of the joys of these kick-outs now.
There's a bit of afters here.
The referee is going to chat to someone. The linesman on the far side has called the referee's attention to something. And Weir has been used as the rest he is to find out what's happening here. There's a signal there for something. So Aaron Doherty.
Aaron Bart, Ever Quick Jake, Aaron Clark Doherty, Aaron Natch, Ever Jay, Ryan McDade. That's 15 for 10.
So we are 12 minutes into the second half here, and Burt have made their first substitution with Aaron Clark Doherty coming on to replace Ryan McDade, and there's a yellow card for the 2 lads in there, for Oisín Kerr and for the Buncrana defender as well.
James Doherty. So
James Doherty is on a yellow card, the defender, along with
it was a good moment of play, and it was coming respect of Liam Jordan really stepped up. He's a lad that does a lot of training, and again Buncrana are pressing that kick out.
Has gone astray in here, but Burt are going to maybe fall on top of it there. There's a big shout from the crowd here, but there's another chance for Buncrana here. He's coming through. There's a push in the back from Rory McDade. There's going to be a free in, and a free in now for Buncrana. That prevented probably a goal happening there. So that's two kick-outs in a row.
He's taking the ball from the kick-outs. He has two goals scored, and opportunity nearly for his hat-trick. He's going for it. There's a confidence there up with Liam when he gets in there into the breaks. He knows to go hard at Burt where we can get opportunities.
And a yellow card for Rory McDade for... is it a yellow card or a black card that's gone to him there? No, I think it's a yellow card.
Yellow.
A which card? It's a red card, is it? It's a red card that's been issued there. The cameraman Shane Wallace tells us that's a red card for Rory McDade there. Now, he was spoken to in the first half, but I didn't see him getting a card. So Rory McDade leaves the field of play. Burt down to 14 men as Buncrana stand over a 20-metre free, 13-metre free. That will surely be tapped over here by us young Darren McColgan, I think. Those 2 goals a bit like the championship game down in the Scarvey in the group stage. Like, Buncrana went and had a couple of goals and then were able to put them back to back. Another attempt for a goal. He's put it very short. He thought they would be able to get the ball past the Burt fellas on the line, and they didn't get the point there. So it remains 2-4 to 1-4. Buncrana holding that 1-goal lead here in this intermediate reserve final. And now it's a sideline ball for Burt. The 14 men deep inside their own half are going to have to try and work this out, and it's with Sean O'Donnell. Sean O'Donnell is quieting down. He puts a pass over the head of Callum Porter. Callum Porter loses his footing but manages to get up and poke the ball forward. Kieran McColgan can't get down and pick the ball up now. Porter at 6s and 7s in their defence for this period of time. They're going to have to try and weather this storm, but it's Buncrana rampant now. O'Brien Daly has the ball outside of the big arc and it's bound to Adrian Doherty. Played across, and they've got men free on the left over here. They're going to have a man advantage the whole way through this second half now. The ball is being worked across. They're going to have an 11v10 outfield advantage here now. If they can keep finding the spare man, it's going to be very difficult to defend against. And it's Jordan again. Jordan with the 2 goals to his name. He lays the ball back to David Shaw. It's with O'Brien Daly. Buncrana now are going to keep recycling and passing this ball around. There's 3 men out towards the left. That's Eugene Allen in possession now. He lays it off to Donald Daly. Donald Daly.
Again, Buncrana are just trying to hold possession. They know they have a goal ahead. They're trying to not panicking on the ball. They feel that they're comfortable with it. They're looking to get a break. They have the numeral advantage over Burt.
So we're about halfway through the second half here, and there's just a little lull in the game, which from Burt's perspective won't be too bad, because they've given away those 2 goals and that really scoreable chance from a close range free. But there's another change. That's Callum Purvis. That's 19 for 4. So Callum Purvis is coming in place of Kevin Kern for the Burt fellas here.
Look, they're making the changes. They're on a goal and it's still.
Yeah, the game is still there. That's just going to be the numerical disadvantage. Is going to be the bigger thing here than the personnel, I would say. But there's a free. Who's that standing over the free, Gary? There,
Sean Daly.
So Sean Daly lines it up. So he's kicking routine with his right foot from well outside of the arc. That's a good effort, but it's just pulled to the left and wide. A 4th wide of the second half for Buncrana, who lead.
But if people like Daniel Kelly tuned in from San Francisco, happy with the score at the minute, Damien.
Kenny Goldman, is he? I hear he's a fair out footballer in his day, Gary, was he?
He would have fancied that one of Sean Daly's, no doubt.
And is he there? Who's he watching by? Finian McCann, is it?
Finian McCann in LA is tuned in as well.
With him as well, yeah. Big shout out to San Francisco. Hope the fog is cleared there this morning for you, and you're enjoying this floodlit game from the Donegal GA Centre of Excellence here in Convoy. Great to see the boys that are abroad. Daniel was one of those
type of players who would have put on to stop players from playing other than to play. His uncle Malcolm McCann, the chairman of the club, would made sure of that.
Buncrana back in attack here with Adrian Doherty laying the ball back. It's with young Jordan again. He's still looking for chances. He put the ball in, but Sean O'Donnell has cut it out. O'Donnell loses the possession under heavy tackling. There's going to be a free in for Buncrana. And with 18 minutes on the clock, there's another chance here now for the left foot of Dara McColgan, is trotting over to take it. They're looking to the sideline for advice here. Who does this going to hit?
From both teams on side who can take it. I think Dara's going to step up and have a go at this, but you think going into final you have all this worked out, and I'm coming from both teams here.
Yeah. It's reserve football for you, Gary. If the boy's hot, you let him have a go at it. So Dara McColgan stand. He's probably going to look to go short here. Look, he's standing over. He's going to try this off the outside of the boot. He solos once, twice, 3 times over. Now, stay outside the arc, puts the ball off the outside of his right foot, and he just skids that ball to the right and wide. So 2-4 to 1-4. The side still fairly closely locked, but Buncrana, remember, have a man advantage after Rory McDade was sent off for Burt there for a challenge just about on the 14th minute of the second half. Now a long kick out again from Charlie Bradley. It's not that long, Charlie Lavery doesn't make the halfway line, but it's with Kieran Bradley now. Kieran Bradley puts the ball inside. It's gone into Aaron Clark Doherty. He was unlucky not to start today. He's been carrying a wee bit of an injury. It's out now with Callum Porter. Porter puts it out to Cricky. Cricky is soloing off his left, looking for men out the corner. That looks like Kieran Bradley out there in the shadow at the far side, and it's laid back to Faker Gill. Still back again now, so Sean O'Donnell. Sean O'Donnell's in possession now. He's going to be looking for men free in the left. The pass has gone to none of them, but he's going to bust the gut to try and make it up. Gives a wee push in the back after all that. Got away with it, and it's not over the sideline, or it is over the sideline, and there's going to be a sideline ball for somebody.
I feel.
Sure what he's doing. There's going to be another change here for Burt, and that's young Kerrigan.
That's 20 for 11 Burt.
So that's Oisín Kerrigan for Faker Gill coming in here now for the last 10 minutes or so of this second half, with his side trailing
Kerrigan being a brilliant underage
by a
player
goal.
for Burt.
Yeah,
Good to see him back playing. I know he's taking times out. From playing
different times, yeah, it is good. That's the benefits of reserve football now. It's out here with Owen McDade. The Owen McDade still a minor right there. It's out with Bradley, I think it is. Kieran Bradley has got a couple of men outside. He puts the ball in a very difficult position, but it's taken very well there by Bobby Porter. He shares it out to Kieran Bradley again. Bradley gets around his man along the end line. He tries to put the ball across the square. He is blocked on that there, but he was being fouled to the referee, Cahill Gallagher.
Again, I think it was a free earlier than I was given. There seemed to be a pull of the jersey and a tug of the jersey there. I thought Burt would be aggrieved if he didn't get a free in that occasion, and maybe he did let play go on with the hand not up
a
fully.
Bit of advantage, yeah, it is hard to see sometimes that, yeah. So
but it's man Oisín Kerr stand over it again.
Kerr's over it. He's got the right foot, so they're giving it to the left footer, Owen McDade. Owen McDade now started the game a cornerback, but they've moved him up the field in the second half, and Owen McDade has swung that one and swung it over the bar, so that reduces the deficit here with 9 minutes of normal time left to play. It reduces the deficit to 2 points. Owen McDade with that free for Burt, keeping them just about
it's
touch.
Only Burt's second score in 21 minutes in the second half, and we're going into the last 10. It's so interesting as how this game's going to finish out. They look very much in control with the early score from Kieran Bradley.
So short kick out comes to Pádraig McGonigal. Pádraig McGonigal's challenged heavily there, but they managed to hold on to possession. Donal Daly now is carrying the ball back into his own corner, but they've managed to work it out now. There goes McGonigal again. He took that heavy hit, but he's responded to it well. Kieran Porter is trying to close him down. The ball's played in long. It's played in long, but it's broken off. Kieran Porter, it's on Pádraig McGonigal. Pádraig McGonigal's down, trying to pick it up. There's a bit of a ruck developing here. There's a jersey being pulled. There's going to be a throw ball now from the referee on the 45-metre line.
They got a hot ball. Say Buncrana maybe got lucky. There was a hand on the ball, I think, on the ground. So
throw in there up. Between Oran O'Brien Daly and Kieran Bradley. He's given the free to Burt,
hesitating with decision.
Callum Purvis manages to play the ball up along the line somehow at the end of that there. The solo and goal was probably not really to his team's advantage there. There's a free now. It's crossed the ball. It's moved across to Big Masterson. Masterson lays the ball back to the cornerback, Pádraig McGonigal. McGonigal has done really well there in the second half. There's a little bit of feistiness really creeping into it now with Eugene Allen taking and giving a good shoulder there. Now it's a with cross with David Carey. You can see both sides are fairly much tiring here now. Carey, he drops the ball and is picked up though by Masterson. Masterson, he comes through, but he's been hit for overcarrying. And he has given the ball back now, and it's back with Kieran Porter. Porter has the ball inside between the 45 and the 65. He gives a pass back to Aidan McKinney. Now Porter is looking for options in front of. There's not going to be too many men free here.
We're going to do a big 6-7 minutes where players are nervous. They know they want this championship. Both teams waited a long time for this after last week too, and delaying, and on a Saturday, and then they just want to get to the end of the line.
Christopher McDermott from just on the edge of the arc. He turns and he swings an excellent point over the bar.
From Cricky McDermott.
That's it.
Brilliant score from the veteran and Burt. You see why he played senior football. You see why he won an intermediate title for Burt back in 2016. He's that type of player. You give him the ball and he stepped up.
Yeah, that's a fine point on the spin from Cricky off his left foot there. To bring the deficit back to a point, Buncrana lead by 2-4 to 1-6, and there is just under 6 minutes normal time left. Harry Harder's kick goes over the sideline over there, and it's going to be a Burt ball. It's Owen McDade has been cajoled to speed it up there by his manager, Kevin Glenn, down on the sideline here. Burt are going to try and work the ball across. They've got Callum Purvis unmarked here underneath the stand on the 45-metre line. If Kieran Bradley can find him, and he does, he puts the ball in to Bradley, or into Purvis. Purvis cuts inside, lays it off to Kieran Porter. Porter tries to take the ball into the contact there and is then pushed over by Owen O'Brien Daly, and it's going to be a free to Burt, but it's a little bit too far out for a score free taker to take it. So they've played it quickly. It's gone across to Aidan McKinney. Aidan McKinney's running out towards the right corner. He should lay it off to Oisín Kerr. He's still got Oisín Kerr for company out there. Christopher McDermott is another good shooter for Burt. Slips the ball off to Owen McDavid, but they weren't on the same wavelength, and it's been picked up in there by Conor Grant.
Both teams are coughing up ball very easy there, Damien.
The tiredness is really, I think
tiredness is coming into it, and the hype of a final that's there too. I thought Burt found themselves being free with one or two men as Buncrana were trying to get more into positions and into man marking. With the extra man, I think you should be really pressing Burt in any free kick and make him play it.
So just under 5 minutes of normal time left. You wouldn't rule out of this game finishing in a draw and getting some extra time here tonight under the lights in Convoy. And that's Eugene Allen now. Eugene Allen's carrying the ball out of his own half, and they have worked the ball out across to the left wing. There's Adrian Doherty's free out there. There's a foul there by Callum Purvis on the Buncrana man in possession. He goes down quite sore. Purvis is probably going to be spoken to. The referee is going to get a Cartaboy, a yellow card, for that clumsy enough challenge. And is that Dara McColgan, I think it might be. He's looking a bit sore of himself there now. Yellow card for Callum Purvis.
And it was a wee bit, it was a wee bit lazy of a challenge, with a high ball. I think it could even be a soft yellow. But look, it's something that he has stopped Buncrana from getting into the danger area. I think that was his objective. And
Dara McColgan is getting up very gingerly there. Buncrana are looking at bringing in their number 12, Dominic Coyle, the Dreamer, is getting ready to come in. And it's over with
Liam Jordan.
Jordan the man, they got the 2 goals expertly stripped there by Shamie O'Donnell. Shamie O'Donnell gets a free out. Shamie O'Donnell has managed to get a free out. He did a really good tackle to win it.
Shamie O'Donnell, the excellent tackler, one of the best tacklers we've seen tonight. Again, you see senior experience. I know when I was managing Burt back in 2013 and 14, Shame's only came back from London, and he was a massive player coming into the team. He's a brilliant tackler. One thing I've seen it, I can see why Kevin Glenn selected him week in, week out for this team, because he brings that experience, he brings that tackle, and his game awareness has been excellent tonight.
If everyone had the drive of Shamie, you'd be doing well, all right. Shamie O'Donnell is one of the men with the most energy, the most desire out on that field there tonight. And but as it is, his side is trailing by 1 point as we go into the final 3 minutes of normal time here. It's Callum Porter, he's looking for the pass. Aidan McKinney's offering well. He gets the solo ball on the line, cuts inside. He's got Kieran Bradley there, but he finds Callum Porter instead. Porter and Bradley, they're going to need a little bit of assistance there. Aidan McColgan has just collapsed in the heap there. I'd say he just after being hit by cramp. It's like a sniper shot him from up here at the back of the stand. Now lactic acid builds up in the muscles and it's no fun. It's back now with Callum Purvis managed to get the pass away. Kieran Porter gets the pass away, and it's gone now to Sean O'Donnell. Sean O'Donnell has 2 men out to his right. He gets the pass off to Kieran Bradley. Bradley has Kerr. Kerr's been quieter the second half, but he's inside the 45 now. He's got that fast feet. He slips up again and he gets the bounce, lays it back to Callum Porter. Porter lays it back again to Owen McDaid with the left foot. He's going to be looking for a pass across here. He's going to have to try and find a man to pass. If he stands, he's going to be swamped. It's Oisín Kerr. Oisín Kerr sows the ball into the man, lays the ball over the top to Kieran Bradley. Bradley now has man inside him, Aidan McKinney, but he goes off his left foot, and that one's going to tail to the left and wide when he had Aidan McKinney coming off his shoulder there.
Aidan McKinney coming off his shoulder is a pass that you make. You're having the ball closer, 15-20 metres closer to the target.
And that's the change now. Dominic Coyle is coming in to replace Dara McColgan.
A hurt, injured Dara McColgan.
Yeah, he had a decent game there now, but he's looking a bit sore of himself. He went down under that challenge. And number 8 for Buncrana is Kieran McNulty, and he is coming on now for Sean Daly, isn't it? Yeah.
Kieran McNulty in match ever shot Sean Daly. That's 8 for 7 Buncrana.
So a point between the teams as we move into the last minute of the game. Harry Doherty is over the kick out. He plays it out wide to the left side. He put the ball over the sideline there the last time, and he's gone and put it in the same place this time. That's 2 in a row over the sideline now. And Sean O'Donnell
with Buncrana a point ahead and numerous advantage. Harry should be looking for a short ball to the lines.
Got to keep it between the lines. Yeah. Now the ball has been turned over. Callum Purvis, he's looking for a crossfield pass. He finds Kieran Bradley. Bradley puts the ball into the Burt sub. Aaron Doherty slows down. He's going to need a bit of help. He lays it back to Bradley. Bradley is putting the ball inside in there to Kieran Porter. Porter has made a good move in along the end line. He's just in front of the big scoreboard. He's looking for a pass out. Aaron Doherty's free further out. It's back into Kira Bomacha. 4 minutes of injury time of Ambrisha at the end of this half. 4 minutes to go. Washington Care has the ball and he lays it back to Kieran Bradley. Burt have finally worked it out of that tight corner there. It's come back to Aaron Clark. Aaron Clark's shot. It's gone back here for a free.
Kieran Bradley was fouled on a tug in a jersey there, and he's getting it back. And it was right to have a free shot on it, but it really is like he should have done better.
Should have done better with it, yeah. So it's a difficult enough free. Is it inside the arc or is it outside? It's inside the arc. Ashen Care, it's just about probably 36, 37 metres away from the posts.
Again, I feel Burt should be putting men inside the square if they want to challenge it, because that ball could possibly drop short.
Nobody in the square at the moment, yeah. They've kind of conceded that there. Ashen Care steals another couple of yards, but he has put that ball over the bar. That's a fine score. The equalising score in the 31st minute of the game from Ashen Care. And the sides are level. The 14 men have drawn level at 7-2-4.
It's nothing more than this match deserves for Burt, because they stayed with it down to 14 men, and their backs were to the wall with Liam Jordan having the 2 goals. They just stuck with it, and it's going to draw.
So Harry Harbour plays the ball out left, and it's gone out there. It's been won by Owen McDade, and it's broken to Christopher McDermott. Christopher McDermott plays the ball back out wide again. It's back by Ashen Care. That's the main the go-to fella for Burt in the first half. He's rolling through, soloing through the man. He's going to be overcarried. There is an advantage.
Ashen Care has been fouled again.
Ashen Care has been fouled.
To me, Damien, he's been the Burt man of the match. Hammer Shimmy O'Donnell, the way he's been played out there, he did an excellent game. He was the go-to man. They just didn't give him enough ball. He went very quiet for moments in the game. Charlie pulls the Cahill pulls the ball and closer for descent from Buncrana. It was a point down, but Ashen Care had a massive game for them.
It was going to be a more difficult free than it is now for Ashen Care. So now 32 minutes on the clock almost on Ashen Care. He puts Burt into the lead, and it's 1-8-2-4. Care from the free.
Look at that Burt, when they found their way, they found Ashen Care's our go-to man, and they found him, and he could take on players, dragging frees, getting them, and really putting on the platform. We're in 2 minutes for Buncrana's response. 2 minutes
to try and find something for Buncrana. Can they find the equaliser here? That's O'Brien Daly. O'Brien Daly has won the kick out there. He has exchanges passes with Adrian Doherty. Doherty now lays the ball back. And it's back with Buncrana. They should have a spare man advantage. Can they work us, equalise and score, and to send this game at the intermediate reserve final into extra time? There'll be no penalties. All county finals don't go to penalties no more, but they do go to extra time. So will we have extra time in the in this final here, or can Burt hold on for another 90 seconds or so? And
Buncrana need to put shooters on the ball. They need to put shooters on the ball.
Yeah, so Buncrana now are trying to work the ball around the big arc. And it's with Kerry. Kerry plays the ball across to the centre fielder, Kieran McNulty. He's on as the substitute there just late on the game. There's a lot of tired looking bodies out there. It's back out now to Masterson. Masterson has got a lot of space in front of him. He takes a solo. He's going to have an opportunity. He decides to lay it off to the man inside. It's in with Dominic Coyle. Coyle exchanges passes with Masterson. It's put across the square, and it's been flicked over the bar. It could very easily have gone into the net there.
His way into the net. I think we're going to head to extra time. We're into the last 40 seconds. I don't know who got to the end of it.
I think that's Jordan. It's 23, is it? It's 23. Connor Allen. So it's Connor Allen that has managed to put that over there. He has flipped that over the bar when it could just have easily gone under the bar. Now, can Buncrana get the winning score here now? It's Adrian Doherty. Soloing on through. Kicks it past the thing. He's got a little trip. There could be a black card coming here as well. There could be a black card with this last attack of the game. There's 34 minutes on the clock. Adrian Doherty was soloing in, and Buncrana has 2-3 men down looking for their cramp to be stretched out of them, but there is a chance to win this intermediate reserve final for Buncrana.
Darren McColgan is off the field. I was normally hitting the free kicks. So
We are at 34 minutes on the clock. This is probably the last kick of the half, and that is a score, and that will probably be the winning score. Will the referee? It's Jordan again. Jordan has got the 2 goals.
He scored in the second half. 2-1. He scored in the second half for Buncrana.
1-8-2-6. That's the last kick of the game. They've absolutely just taken it at the very last kick of the game. That last kick out won by Buncrana. Adrian Doherty draws the free, and Liam Jordan, the young fellow that got the 2 goals in 25 seconds, or 2 goals in half a minute early, midway through the second half. Fitting as well, Gary, that he should be the boy that would apply the coup de grace there and get that score with the last kick of the game.
Yeah, and I have to give Liam Jordan's credit to come on there, stepped up when it was counted. No, not had a free all day and stepped up in the last moment to kick that. Knowing it was going to be the score that's going to win the game for your club, and it was a big honour for Liam to do that. He was the man on form. He's the only man that scored for Buncrana in the second half, and fair play to him. He steps up and do it. It was not an easy kick. It looked easier from it else, but when you're in the pressure in a championship final, that you have to go and do it. Credit to both teams for how they conducted themselves tonight. It wasn't for the purists of football, but both teams never give up. I commend Burt for their tackling and how they really got into the game. The likes of Shimmy O'Donnell, Cricky McDermott did massive tackling. That young Oisin Kerr was a really go-to player for Burt when they need to. They would be aggrieved because it was just a moment of madness that got the 2 goals inside a minute that have Buncrana's victory here tonight.
That's it, yeah. Burt were leading by 4 to 4 points until Liam Jordan came in with that say. He got the first goal, and then from the resultant kick out, he intercepted the kick out. He managed to break in through, and he, with Charlie Lavery stranded because he was out 20 yards or more before out from his goal. Jordan was there. He kept the composure and he rolled the ball into the unguarded net, and for that 3, 4, 5 minutes after that, the Burt defence was the 6s and 7s of Buncrana. Really did make them pay for that momentary lapse back there.
Liam played a lot of senior league games for Buncrana this year, and you could see that. You could see the players that either been the past players or players that have dabbed in for league with the senior team made a big difference out there. They bring that wee bit of extra quality, and you can't give people like Liam Jordan down the bar of the gun that opportunity, because they are going to punish you.
It's been a low scoring game of football, but well contested game of football here tonight at the Donegal GA Centre, with Buncrana coming out the winner. Sean Daly and Adrian McColgan are the joint managers, or the joint coaches, not the managers, are the joint captains of the Buncrana team. Fergus McGee has summoned them over here to have the presentation from Darren Collins there, the CCC secretary, is on the sideline with the ribbons on the cup, and Buncrana are preparing to receive the Intermediate Reserve Championship Cup. Beaten in the semi-final last year by Termon, Buncrana have managed to go one step further this year and to get that Intermediate Reserve Championship title, which would make a few fellas over in San Francisco and elsewhere as well, Gary.
Yeah, I think Paul McDade's tuned in from New York City there, and Paul McDade's Irish Bar. I think he's planned to have it on there. So I say a few expats from Buncrana, and indeed Burt, will be about celebrating their teams or enjoying the game. And it's a great connection to sports, extreme sports, to connect the expats to tune in at any level to see their hometown play.
And Gary, it's a pretty good sign too for Buncrana there, that Paul McGonigal and Ryan Bradley have done a really good job with this reserve team. Like the reserve team have come through here, and there'll be a few players there that'll be able to come up and do senior football for you next year, do you reckon?
Yeah, the likes of Liam Jordan there, or Sean Daly could always step up. Darren McColgan, who gets a good winter in conditioning and can step up. I thought Burt were more physically in Buncrana tonight, and you've seen that. But when you see the likes of Buncrana, they stuck with it, and they come out the right end of it. 2, 3, 4 of them lads could step up and play senior level. Without a doubt.
So we'll just take a wee break here now, and we'll let the presentation go ahead with Darren Collins.
I'm not going to keep everybody much long, so I'm sure there's lots of celebrating to do in Buncrana this evening. So I'm going to hand the trophy over to your joint captains for this year's winners. So Adrian McColgan and
Sean Daly are the Buncrana joint captains, and they are presented with the cup.
Delighted for both guys. Aidan McCoggan's 47 years of age, long serving for Buncrana, and he's hot potting for them. Sean Daly had to do his plumbing course in Kerry, travelled up every weekend to play his football. And when you've that commitment and that dedication, you deserve to be captain in there, and it's delighted for both of them.
It's okay, we'll just hear what the Sean has to say here.
3 cheers for Burt. Up. Up, up. Up, up. To the management, Paul, Damien, Alec, Claire, who am I forgetting? Ryan, and Karen, and all the injured boys in there all year, just helping us through training. Cheers, boys.
Damien, I can say it's fair to both clubs. They put a lot of effort into the reserve football and a lot of work into it, and it's great to he's got an honour for final year this evening.
Yeah.
Beat Division 1, won the Intermediate Championship, and we fucking done it. Yeah!
So big celebrations in Buncrana tonight for the winning of this Intermediate Championship. The number 1 supporters in there own McGonigal as well. So Buncrana have the cup, and they'll have the bragging rights locally for the next few weeks. There'll be a bit of crack in frames, I'd say, this week.
Look, a lot of them go to school together.
There, yeah.
They work together and go to school together, and it's nice. It's nice when they're. It's good banter for them. They, of course, Burt to be disappointed. They felt that they went a point ahead, and then Buncrana got the grip on it. As the game swung like that, and you could say that was a game all night. With a number of wides, and it is reserve football. Like there could have been a lot better scores and chances taken from both teams, and they'll digest it over the winter and come back. But seriously, that is a real good intermediate team from Burt, and you could see them coming back. So you kind of keep building. A lot of credit to it, because a lot of work goes into those intermediate reserve football, and they don't get enough credit.
And they've had a good season, look, and it's unfortunate for Burt that they haven't been able to land a title at the end of it there. They didn't look like it for a long part of that second half. They did edge themselves in front late on with those couple of scores from Owen McDade, from Christy McDermott, and from those 2 Kerr frees just sneaked them into the lead. But Buncrana hit back late on in the game. Conor Allen equalising just with that shot that could have just gone under the bar, and Liam Jordan getting the what proved to be the winning score from a free right at the end. So I'm going to try and get a hold of Paul McGonigal down here. So Gary, you might take a chat just to the people with a headset. I'll see if I can get Paul McGonigal.
Yeah, look, we're trying to grab management here to say it. I'm sure Paul McGonigal will be a happy man this evening. Maybe didn't play as well, that the team didn't play as well as they thought or could have, if you go look at the both teams during the league stages. But Buncrana are the intermediate B champions 2025. The club are happy. It's nice to have a bit of silverware at senior level, no matter what grades coming in there. So the likes of Jeremy Walsh, delighted, first bit of silverware for the club. Liam Jordan, a young player coming through, loads of potential to go on and play senior football for Buncrana. Darren McCoggan and other players that go there. His father, Edie, was a captain, 47 years of age. It's a big honour. He's got a photograph, Kate is a photograph father. It doesn't happen too often with teams having father intermediate titles together. So look, well done to both of them. Connor Danton, another veteran of the club that played a lot of senior football with you, Gordon Baby, in the last few weeks, and all that adds to it as a sense of occasion. And the crowd from here this evening really was a testament to what both teams and what both clubs are about. The work that goes out with Buncrana from close by, the likes of Claire Doherty and Damien Doherty, husband and wife, they really put the effort into the team, making sure the players are looking after them, having the refreshments at half time and ready for the team, and getting them through. Paul McGonigal will still celebrate when Damien Dowd has a struggle to find us down there. I think Damien's trying to grab a word with Ryan Bradley. He's on there. A very shy ball.
Oh, he's on up there, is he?
going joined Bradley or Paul McGonigal moving his way to the tunnel. But Cranncha still in a celebratory mood.
It's all right, ready to go. Okay, so I'm joined here by the Buncrana manager Paul McGonigal after tonight's late win, 2-6 to 1-8 in the intermediate reserve final here at the Convoy Centre. Paul, for a long time that second half you looked like you had it. Then you almost lost it on that last kick of the game. I think it was Liam Jordan, was it, landed that last free, the man that got those two all-important goals in the second half to win the title for Buncrana.
I find it really hard to get excited about it, to be honest with you. I'm all about performances, and it's probably one of our worst of the year, but we have to give real credit to your own club, Damien and Burt. I think they deserved to win the night and been straight there, but they didn't get it. We fought when we had to. We fought back when we conceded the score in injury time, and we fought to win the kick out again, and credit to the boys from that perspective. They've never been short of spirit, so they had, but all credit to Burt. I mean, they put it up just the whole game, and we never really got into our stride or rhythm at any stage, bar that probably wee flurry for 5 minutes in the second half. But delighted for the boys, because the performances all season, they deserved a bit of a rub of the green, and again they stuck with it, they stuck at it, and I'm not very proud of them, to be honest with you. Very proud.
You played in Division 1 all year this year, and that certainly stood to your team and able to hold them together, and you have come brilliantly through this championship here. You got through tonight. You were 1-3 to 4 down at half time. You fall a wee bit further ahead when Bradley puts the ball over the bar for Burt, and then those two Jordan goals. How important was those two goals for you, and how important of a player has he been for you in the second in the game throughout there tonight, Paul?
I mean, he'd probably be disappointed with his own performance the first half, as a lot of the boys were, in fairness. I thought we started the game reasonably well. We defended really well. We got into a rhythm, we worked a few scores. We know it's going to be tense and tight. It's a final, and then the Burt goal gave them a bit of a spur and seemed to put a bit of a dampener on us, Damien. But we needed a bit of a kick and a bit of a spur. The two goals created that for us, and it gave us a wee bit of a cushion, but not enough. I think then we missed a free, probably from 20 metre free or 30 metre free. I think that goes over, with it, especially after the sending off for the two bookings with the player up. But you have to give great credit to Burt for the spirit they showed and the fight, and I know they were in the final last year too, and that stood to them. But no, the goals were vital. Liam's a finisher, like that's what he is for us. We shifted him into the inside line just to see could we make something happen there. It didn't work out for us prior to that, and he got in the end of things. And Liam's one of those front foot players. Like, he's going to go for every play and every ball, and I think he won the free that he put over in the end. He may have been Adrian Doherty, I'm not 100% sure, but he's been vital. Obviously, I mean, I don't know what he's finished with today, but he kicked probably in the vast majority of our scores. So credit to him, but credit to everybody. We did stay with it. We conceded too many free kicks in our own third of the field. Keep them back in it. I think they got 4 in a row there at the end. But as I say, just delighted the boys dug in and they went for it, and all credit to them. At the end of the match, they still went for it. We would absolutely take an extra time at that stage, with more men cramping than I've ever seen, but we would have taken it anyway at that stage. But credit to them, and again, huge disappointment for Burt, obviously. Disappointed for them in many respects, because I'm all about the performance levels, and their performance on the basis of the game tonight over the 60 minutes deserved to win over ours. But that's the way sport goes, that's the way football goes, and we'll have to enjoy it and take it anyway.
And Paul, you've been a couple of years in there with the Buncrana reserve team, the development team there. What does a win like this do, and what kind of effort have you been putting in, and how important is reserve football? That's often obviously the poor relation, but how important is reserve football to a club like Buncrana, indeed to Burt?
That's hugely important, and I was reading Kevin's bit in the notes about not having one there a few years ago, and you're not going to have a successful senior team ultimately without that pathway. I think the rules have helped it, Damien, in many respects. They're far more enjoyable. I listened to a bit of the radio with Brendan Kilcoyne's analysis on Highland today, and he was on Donegal GATV as well, and he was mentioning how good the reserve games are, and I mean, that didn't lack a huge amount of quality. It was a hugely exciting match, intense game, as finals tend to be. But it's absolutely brilliant. We've a few minors through. I'm lucky with a couple of injuries for minors that came through this year. But over the last few years, we've had our under-21 success there a couple of years ago. So there's a lot of boys involved in that group again, and they'll play a big part now in Division 1 in the under-21 competition coming up. So it's absolutely vital. But I have to give massive credit. I mean, we've had 20 plus boys training all year, and the way we train along with the seniors really stood to us. In Division 1, as you mentioned, we lost 4 games in Division 1 to a very strong Termon team away, 4 Masters away, Gidor away. And we weren't quite at ourselves with St Eunan's at home, lost by a few points. We've been very competitive all year long, and I'm still reeling because that's probably one of our poorest performances of the season, but it got us across the line anyway. That bit of grit got us across the line. But no, it's hugely important, you know. That's the pathway. We're all about developmental players. That's why we're in this, and seeing them come through from seniors. And I'm perfectly confident that there's 5 or 6 of those lads there ready to step up to our senior squad. Not an issue at all.
And they'll get the opportunity as well for the under-21 championship. But in the meantime, Paul, there'll be celebrations tonight in Buncrana. A bit of local bragging rights for this here, and you'll be able to go and enjoy this title win. Now it's a few years since you've got this. Could be 8 or 10 years maybe since you last won this Intermediate Reserve Championship.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to celebrate these nights as well. Those boys, as I say, put in a huge shift since January. It's 10 years since we were in that final. So they're all important. They only give out 7 or 8 championships a year, and we've got one of them now, and that's to be celebrated for sure. And it'll spur, like, one of the guys in the back room, Alec, just after saying to me, just said thanks for the memories, and that's what it's all about, really. At the end of the day, they'll not forget it this too easily, so they won't. So it's all about the journey and the memories, and happy to help the club and the parish just create a few more. But again, I have to say, fierce unlucky to Burt, and I mean, I know they were in it last year and I know they're in the 21s last year as well, so there's obviously a lot of serious good work going on in Burt, and the best of luck to them in the next season and beyond, and in their 21 championship this year as well, so that you can see how close they are as well.
Well, thank you very much, and just that wraps up our coverage here in Donegal GA TV tonight from the Donegal GA Training Centre here at Convoy. It has finished in the Intermediate Reserve Championship final. Buncrana 2-6, Burt 1-8, and Buncrana take the championship title back down the road to the Scarvey. That's Damien Dowds for Donegal GA TV, and Gary Duffy was on co-coms with us there tonight. And I'd just like to thank you all that have stuck with the stream as far as you have stuck, and good night and good luck, and we'll enjoy the senior final tomorrow. They're going for the goal chance, and there's a goal for Buncrana. Jordan's got the goal for Buncrana. Sorry for the confusion there, he just wouldn't turn his back to let us see what number he was wearing in the back of it. The kick out is through again. There's another chance here. Charlie Lavery has been caught on, and there's 2 goals in less than 20 seconds. 2 goals in less. Started the game at cornerback, but they've moved him up the field in the second half. And Owen McDade has swung that one and swung it over the bar. So
the lane, and on a Saturday, and then they just want to get to the end of the line.
Christopher McDermott from just on the edge of the arc. He turns and he swings an excellent point over the bar.
From Cricky McDermott.
That's it.
Right.
Kind of conceded that there. Ashen Kerr steals another couple of yards, but he has put that ball over the bar. That's a fine score, the equaliser. It was going to be a more difficult free than it is now for Ashen Kerr. So now 32 minutes on the clock almost, and Ashen Kerr, he puts Burt into the lead. An opportunity, he decides to lay it off to the man inside. It's in with Dominic Coyle. Coyle exchanges passes from Masterson. It's put across the square and it's been flicked over the bar. It could very easily. So we are at 34 minutes of the clock. This is probably the last kick of the half, and that
At Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure, we cater for everyone, from top sporting athletes to relaxed casual sporting individuals and everyone in between. We also provide a large range of teamwear services and cater for schools and clubs. Orders can be customised to your specification to suit your individual needs. From clothing to equipment, we've got you covered.
Welcome to the Inishowen Gateway Hotel, your gateway to comfort, your gateway to adventure. Nestled on the shores of Lisfannon Beach in Cranncha, with stunning views of Loch Swilly, we're the perfect base for exploring Donegal and the Wild Atlantic Way. Relax in our leisure centre with pool, steam room and sauna, indulge at the Seagrass Wellbeing Centre, or enjoy delicious dining with a view in our Swilly Suite. For a family break, a wellness escape or an active getaway, discover the Inishowen Gateway Hotel, where relaxation and adventure meet.